For the rest of the week, for the rest of the year, for the rest of my life, be a light in the.
Hey, what's up? I'm Monty. And did you know that bees can fly higher than Mount Everest? Did you know a bee could fly that high? I had no idea. A lot of birds can't fly that high, but bees getting the job done. Shout out to the bees out here. All right, let's get into it, guys. Another show. Good to be back. And it's gonna be it's gonna be one of them shows. So first of all, I'm gonna apologize off the rip because I did not do enough due diligence in this back part of the show. And you'll understand what I'm saying in a second. So what happened was a couple weeks ago, or a couple days ago, I think, maybe a couple weeks ago, a week or two ago, a comedian came on. The comedian's name is Andrew Schultz, and he was on a podcast with two black guys. Andrew Schultz is white, and with two black guys and from England. I'm pretty sure. I think they're British. I have not ever really seen their podcast before or heard it, but because all I saw was this clip. So this clip goes viral because the comedian Andrew Schultz he asked the guys, something like, have they been with black? Somehow black women came up in the conversation, and I don't know what was leading up to it. Again, I didn't really take time to listen to it very much, but I'm sorry. See, I'm messing it up. I'm sorry, y'all. He said something to the effect, because when you watch the clip, it's already going to black men are losing their hair because of like the stress of being with black women. And then, also black men are growing thicker beards to deflect the blows when they get hit by black women or slapped by black women. And then he asked the guys, have you guys had black girlfriends before? They said yes. Have you had white girlfriends before? They said yes. And then it kind of goes from there. Now, again, I don't know his work. Andrew Schultz is a comedian. I don't even know how big he is. I don't know his work at all. Now they were all laughing and all that stuff and things like that. And I'm not really here to even talk too much about Andrew Schultz, because what really happened was this huge discourse jumped off from what he said and the lack of response or defense from the two hosts who were black for black women. They all just kind of laughed it off. They obviously brought him on, for laughs and things and to have a discussion. And you know what? This might have been his show. I can't even remember because it was weird, because it seemed like he might have been hosting. I'm sorry, y'all. But again, whatever. That's what was said. That's what they did. And matter of fact, okay, I do remember hearing, because the guys apologized and they said they were doing a tour of America. So he might have been on his show. But either way, a lot of people had an issue with what he said and with how the guys did not respond in defending black women. Now, first, let me say this. In terms of comedians, I like comedians that give everybody the business. Okay, I do. I actually prefer that. That means you gonna get made fun of if you white, you black, you big, you short, fat, skinny, whatever. Give everybody the business. That's fine. You know what I mean? And then there's, of course, those comedians in their material, like a lot of black comedians. Black folk do this, white folks do that. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I understand in 2024, a lot of people are more sensitive to what is said, and can comedians even be funny anymore, and things like that. And that's a whole different show, because a lot of comedians don't like this, how politically correct things are, to the point that anything you say, people are like, oh, you can't say that about them. That's not right. That's not funny, or things like that. Funny is subjective. Okay, what is funny to me might not be funny to you, and it can be as wholesome, and then it could just be a joke. Sometimes a joke don't land with one person. You tell another person, they cracking up. Funny is subjective. I kind of hate when I hear people say about that guy, oh, he's not funny, but that guy is. Well, they both headlining Madison Square Garden, so somebody think he's funny, just because you don't think he's funny. I hate when people do that definitive thing. Oh, such and such, he ain't funny. Okay, not to you, but if he's out here and he's successful, somebody think he's funny. I don't know. Now, again, I'm not speaking on this Andrew Schultz guy because I don't know him. But what can be accepted as a joke, what can't be accepted as a joke, you know, that's a very slippery slope, and it always has been. It really has. Now, what we talk about in this soundbite, if you just watch this soundbite, it does seem to be a little over the line. And here's why it seems to be over the line is because you have a white comedian telling telling two black guys, you know, these stereotypical tropes about black women that, you know, they stress men out so much that their hair is falling out, or they're, you know, grow your beard because, you know, when they slap you, at least it's going to soften the blow. Now, I'm sure I know this. Without knowing Andrew Schulz, I'm sure he's going to double down and be like, I'm telling jokes. This is what I do. I don't expect him to apologize at all. I haven't checked if he has. I doubt I would be shocked if he apologized, because he's going to be like, I'm just telling jokes. I don't really hate black women. I'm not racist, whatever. The guys did apologize. I don't know. Again, I don't even know these guys. I know they do have a show, but I don't know them. So I know they apologized. I just saw where they said they were apologizing, but I didn't get too much into that. But let's just put it on the table, okay? All jokes aside, shove all that to the side, shove Andrew Schulz to the side, all that. Are black women problematic? Okay? Let's just ask the question. Are black women problematic? Okay? Are they? Do you feel like black women are problematic? Do you? Think about the black women you know. Are you a black woman? Do you feel like your peers are problematic? Are you a black man? Are you a white man, white woman, Asian man, Latino, whoever is watching this? Do you feel like, what is your gut instinct when I ask you that? Are black women problematic? Okay? Because that's kind of where the discourse went. I saw a lot. That's what I'm saying. I saw more people talking about this than I actually saw the clip. So are black women a problem? Is it a problem to be in a relationship with a black woman? Is it a problem to have a black woman as your boss as opposed to a white man or a white woman or a black man? You know what I mean? Are black women just a problem? Do we just tolerate black women because we have to? You know, it's just like, oh, Lord, here comes someone, she black hair. Oh, my. You know, when you see a black woman coming, do you immediately in your head think, oh, man, here we go again? Are black women problematic? Now, I'm asking y'all the question, but ask me the question, all right? I'm going to pause for a minute. Ask me the question. Oh, interesting question. I'm surprised you would ask me that. Where would you come from just asking that question? Well, I guess I'll answer it. Fine. You guys asked. Are black women problematic? Absolutely not. It's a ridiculous premise to say. I mean, ask that question, then ask the question about every ethnic group and every gender within the ethnic group. Ask, you know, again, are Filipino women problematic? Are Italian men problematic? Are, you know, Australian children problematic? If we're going to do that, let's do it like that. But we'll stay centered. That's the topic of today's show. Are black women problematic? Absolutely not. Black women are not problematic, okay? Now, stay with me, guys. Because I guess of course the stereotype is that black women loud, they talk too much, they talk back. See, that's why all these black athletes like to be with white women, because they don't got to deal with all the problems, all the neck turning, all the sucking their teeth, all this and all that. You know, we ain't got time for all that. Black women don't want to, you know, they don't want to submit to a black man. You know, they don't want to submit to no man. They just, they get on your nerves. You know what I'm saying? That's why you're going to be alone. You know what I'm saying? That's why they just got baby daddies and all that stuff. All these stereotypes. This is where people are going to go with this. Who are on if they say black women are problematic. You know, if you shut up, maybe you'd have a man long enough for you to even build a home, but y'all don't know how to shut up. First of all, anything that you say about black women, if it's a man complaining about a black woman, I promise you, white women will get on your nerves. Okay? They will. All right? A white woman from Norway will get on your nerves. A Latino woman from Brazil will get on your nerves. Okay? A Asian woman from Taiwan will get on your nerves. Will tell you off because the thing is, listen, I don't care who she is. Don't take that trash out and she tell you 3 times. I don't care if it's the Queen of England. Don't take that trash out. What's I don't even know if she's queen, but Kate, what's her name? If old boy don't take that trash out at the Royal Palace, he gonna hear about it. Okay, that just is what it is, and he should hear about it. He should have took the trash out, fam. Don't get mad at it. But the most beautiful couple that's got 3 million followers on TikTok or whatever, and they got bliss and happiness and on a yacht and things like that. If he don't take that trash out when she told him to, by the third, fourth time, he gonna hear her in her ear. Okay, so is she problematic? Okay, that's all women. Okay, women, fellas, just do what they tell you to do, man, or it's gonna be a problem at some point. So I don't know why black women get this bigger rap like it's a problem. Let me tell y'all a quick story. I parked my truck. I was going into the store. And so when I parked my truck sits a little higher. There was a car next to me. And so because of the angle, I couldn't really see in the car. Not that I was trying to look in the car, but I saw like someone in the passenger seat kind of, moving a lot. And I looked and I was like, what's going on? So when I got out the car, I saw there was an Asian woman and she was just kind of talking. But where I was going, I couldn't really see. I didn't know if she was on the phone. I couldn't really see if there was somebody in the car with her at the time. And I wasn't trying to be all nosy. So I just walked. I walked in the store. I got my groceries and things like that. I come back out. Now, when I come back out, I can see fully the car. And as I walk closer, I start cracking up because there is someone in the car with her. And it's a man, and he's in the driver's seat. And I don't know how long I was in the store, but I was in there for a minute, and she has not, and she is gyrating and talking, this, wow, all this stuff. And again, now when I first got out of the car, it didn't even seem like she was speaking English. It seemed like she was speaking a different language. I don't know, Japanese, Chinese, whatever. And now that I see when I'm coming out, she is just going, how this is. And what made me crack up is the guy, he has his head against the driver's side window like this, and he's not moving. He's just like this, and she's on the other side. You know what I mean? In a different language. That brother, he just had his head against, and he was not even moving. He was not saying anything. And I said, you know what? Okay, yeah. At some point, you be with a lady long enough. I don't care. That little princess, she gonna tell you about yourself. And you know why? That's a woman's job. Okay? That's what they supposed to do. Fellas, we can be a woman gotta help you sometime, all right? And sometimes they help you when you don't think you want the help, and they help you when you don't want the help, period. But that's what they gonna do. And she was obviously helping that brother that day. So, to get back to it, black women. Why is it then that black women are perceived as problematic? See, why was that joke, there's always some kind of stereotype that is rooted in truth. So why was that joke funny? Like, yeah, black women gonna stress you out. They'll make your hair fall out. You know what I'm saying? They'll go upside your head. You better get your beard. Why is that funny? Because there is a magnification on black women sometimes that I feel is not fair. Because, I've heard black women get loud. Listen, I've been raised by a black woman. I have a sister. I had 2 grandmothers. One is gone, but two grandmothers. I don't know. I think I have 8 aunts. Been around black women my whole life. And I've gone to school, black women, dated black women. Okay, and sure, I've seen some scenarios where I've seen some black women get loud in public. Okay, I've seen it. Sure, it's happened before. I've seen a black woman tell a man off. I've seen it. Okay, all right. Again, not to just make it on black women, but let me tell you something. People that see that and immediately go so far with the stereotype, it's totally unfair. Here's what I'm gonna say: it's unfair because I can't. A lot of times when you see a black woman, a lot of times, in that moment, it's not because she just wants to be loud. Okay. She just wants to be belligerent or anything like that. But when you have not been heard so long in your life and you see how this world will treat you by not being heard, you have to raise your voice. Okay. And I'm not excusing bad behavior. I don't want to, some people just, yeah, there's bad behavior, but a lot of times, you know, why are black women so aggressive? They gotta be to survive because they've been placed at the bottom of the totem pole for so long for them to actually have to get some attention like this ain't right, what's happening to me, I gotta get loud. Because me being quiet, y'all stepped over me for generations, okay? And you cannot judge a person while they're in survival mode, okay? That is not fair to do, okay? So me to see you, any gender, any person, to see you in survival mode, I can't say that's truly who you are because you're literally fighting for your life, okay? You don't know me fighting for my life. Y'all haven't seen me fighting for my life. But if all you saw me was fighting for my life, you'd have a whole different picture of me. You'd be like, whoa, that brother, he's intense. Oh my God. See, so many black women have been fighting for their lives and their sanityhood and for their sanity and their children and their livelihood so long. And it's such a recurring theme that outsiders see that and they think that's exactly how they are all the time. No, that's not how they are. That's how they gotta be to make it. Because this world says we will destroy you. We will walk over you. We will trample you down to your dead if you don't do something about it. And a black woman said, okay, well, I got to do something about it. Okay. A lot of brothers have not stepped up in their homes. And so now I got to run the home. I got to put food on the table. I got to work 2 and 3 jobs. I got to make things just to survive and all that. I got to do what I got to do. So sure, everybody's had a bad moment. Everybody's been stressed out. But sometimes if you see that, if you wonder why that black woman can't rest in her femininity all the way, is because this is what she got to do to make it. She don't want this. No black little child, little girl says, I can't wait to have to struggle and get done wrong in life and have life just beat me down to the point that I have to now take on this masculine cape and operate through life. You know, don't nobody want that. No. But this is unfortunately what a lot of black women have had to deal with, okay? To not get taken advantage of, you gotta be strong. And if there's nobody who will fight for you and be strong for you, you gotta do it yourself. So to say that black women are problematic, no, black women are problem solvers. You just don't like the way they're solving the problem. But if you really cared, you'd keep the problem from coming to them in the first place, okay? Now, I'm not Mr., you know, I know I know what's going to come from this. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at him simping for black women. Look at him there. Oh, you try. I am not that at all. I know where that comes from and I hate that. That ain't me. If you know me truly, there's some people that get a lot of followers doing that stuff. That is not me. But this kept permeating this story and I was like, I got to talk about this. Because it's not fair. Again, like I said, don't look at a black woman in survival mode and think, oh, that's who she really is and that's who all black women are. Don't do that. Don't do that. A black woman, let me tell you something. You water that garden and you will get a harvest that you could never believe. I promise you that. Okay? So, again, this is not really to adjudicate what Andrew Schultz said or who Andrew Schultz is because I didn't take time to listen to the whole conversation. I don't know all of what he said. I don't know the full context and I don't know him. So I don't, somebody can let me know or things like that. But it's just, I want to get to that. Let's talk about that part. Are black women problematic? Absolutely not. So that's all I got for today, guys. Sisters, stay up. Brothers, stay up. Everybody stay up. Let's work a little harder on lessening the load for them. Okay. And then you'll see all that they can truly be. Okay. So stay with us, man. We got more shows coming. Of course, check on the Mighty Sharp page on YouTube as well. Give a like, subscribe. We appreciate a comment. Guys, you know what I want you to do. Be blessed. Stay sharp.